What's on the bench today? It's a ZOYI oscilloscope multimeter. This is the ZT-703S. I've heard good things about this one. This is the dual channel, and it's claimed to be a 50 megahertz oscilloscope. I reviewed the 02, and that was claimed to be a 10 megahertz oscilloscope. Tested it at about 5. We'll see if this one can make it to 50 or not. It says 25,000 count DVM, so that's pretty fancy too. So this should be a pretty nice bit of kit. Let's see what comes in the box. We get a case, we get a probe. Well, we get one probe. We get the lead, test leads, charging cable, and a manual. Okay. All right, so let's, we'll do the probe a little bit later. All right, so let's take a look at what we get. It's a fairly common sized DVM, one of the larger ones. It has built-in batteries, so you don't have to put double A's in it. It has lithiums in it. It must charge on the side. Yeah, here's a USB-C. Here's the scope probe calibration signal. Yeah, let's turn it on. Big red button, I guess that's it. There we go. And, oh, there's our meter. Okay. Well, since we're here, let's put some volts in it, see what happens. It has the standard 3/4 inch spacing for everything. So pass on that one. Let's see here, let's go here. How many volts do we got? We got point. Okay, let's set it to 1 volt. Okay, well, there, it's pretty accurate. 1.0001. 2. Let's see if it'll do 25,000. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, and 6 it goes down. So just a 25,000 count meter. Pretty cool. 3.5. Put this one back to 0. 10, 4. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. So 7, 10. Yeah, this thing's really been calibrated well. Okay, so that looks good to me. Let's see here. Let's do negative just to make sure it doesn't have an offset in it, right? Does it do minus 10.00? Yep, perfect. Okay. So what else can we say about it? Let's see here. It has the analog meter on the top there too. It has volts. It has ohms and diode. Oh, this is continuity, diodes, capacitor, ohms. Okay, it has AC volts. It has a millivolt scale. Looks good. Looks good. So we can test some ohms out maybe. Let's see here. Let's go. We're in ohms right now. Let's get out test board for ohms. Let's see how it does with. See how speedy it is. It's a little bit slow. See what my offset is. Okay, so it's measuring that's pretty accurate. 10 ohms. Let's see if there's a rel button so I can zero out my leads. Let's see here, auto range mode. Where's rel? Oh, rel, right there, 0. Okay, now we'll go back to 10 ohms. Just takes some settling, but it settles to the perfect number. All right, let's look at, can you see that on camera? Maybe I can get get the glare off of it a little bit there. Should be 100 ohms. Yep, 100.1. Hello. Aren't you making contact? Oh. Maybe it didn't like the rel that I did. We'll go back to auto. I think when you hit rel, it did it for that particular range. So, oh, there we go. So perfect on that one. Got a 10K. Strange. Maybe I have it in some strange mode. Anyway, it's measuring very accurately. Yeah. I must have it on some strange mode. Let's, I don't know how to, let's turn it off. We'll turn it back on. It's probably going to be just fine now. Okay, 100K, we'll go to 10 megohms. Let's see how it does for 10 megohms. Perfect. And then we'll go back down here. And yeah, it's zoomy enough. I like it. All right, let's test the continuity. Let's see here. This is continuity. Yep, it's latched and fast. I like it. Let's do diodes. Where's my diode board? Here's my diode tester. We'll do this one. 0.3 ohms, 0.6 ohms, 1.6 ohms, and 2.5. So the highest it'll go is 2.5, I think. It's probably 3 volts. Probably 3 volts at a particular amperage. All right, so that looks good. I like that. Put that back. All right, then you hit mode button, and now we're doing oscilloscope type stuff. So let's get out the probe. Let's back up here, and let's see what kind of probe they gave us. I like it already. And our adjustments here on the there, we'll put it in channel 1, which is the right hand one. Okay, there we go. And we'll hook it up to the calibrator on the side and hook up the ground. And my stand fell down. There we go. We'll hit the auto, see if it makes a pretty picture. And it's taking a long time. It says 1 kilohertz down here. Let's try the exceeding the limit. I don't know if, maybe I put these on backwards. Maybe this is the signal. Let's see. I think this is supposed to be the signal here. And this is supposed to be ground. Yeah. And I don't see anything, so you maybe have to turn it on. Or maybe not. Let's see here. 1x, 10x. Yeah, we're on 10x. We're in channel 1. Let's do mode auto again. See if it can find anything. Oh, there it is. I must have just not had something hooked up right. Okay, so now we can make it smaller. We can make it bigger. We can make it smaller. We can make it bigger. And then we can take a look at, oh, it's already calibrated quite well. We can do move and move it up and down. That looks like it's a good compensation to me without even touching it. So there you go, very nice. Okay, so what we're going to do is test it for speed and see if it really is 50 megahertz. So we can check it out with this thing here. The wave generator is on the BNC on the back of the instrument. So what I did was I machined a little bracket here with a BNC. So now my wave generator is right here on the front, and so I will put in a little BNC thing. We can clip the oscilloscope leads to it. Okay, there we go. We can turn on the wave generator, and maybe we can get this in camera too. Yeah, there you go. So you can see that we have something down there. We can hit auto, see what happens. The auto button's not very exciting, and it takes a very, very long time. So I'd say don't use auto. Yeah, don't use auto. Okay, so let's go to, all right, let's set some frequency. Let's set 1 megahertz. Okay, 1 megahertz sine wave, 1 volt peak to peak. Let's change our scale here. There we go. And now we can move this one. Ah, there it is. Okay. We can move it back up to the center here. And we can make it bigger. Okay, there we go. That's what I want right there. Okay, so is this on camera enough? Yeah, you guys can see that. Okay, so that is our 1 megahertz. Okay, let's go to 10 megahertz. And push the button there. Oops, I pushed the wrong button, sorry. Frequency, 10 megahertz, there we go. All right, so now we can zoom in on that. And okay, so that's as far as we go. It's at 10 nanoseconds per division. That's as fast as the horizontal will go. And now we can go up in frequency, and we can make it smaller and smaller and faster. And then when we start seeing the amplitude come down, we'll figure out where we are. Oh, and we're not down in amplitude, but we're starting to shake. Okay, so it's starting to wiggle, which is not good. And that is right now at 34 megahertz. Let's go to 20 megahertz. 20 megahertz, it's stable. Let's go to 25 megahertz. It's jumping just a tiny bit, tiny bit. I wouldn't worry about it. 30 megahertz. It's jumpy, but usable. Let's go to 35 megahertz. No, 35 megahertz, it's a fail. So we'll call it a 30 megahertz scope, not a 50, call it a 30, but that's still pretty fast. Now, how do we add the second channel? I want to see if it slows down if we add the second channel. So let's see, menu, channel 1 is on, channel 2 is off. So if we turn it on, no, it didn't slow down. Didn't slow down a bit. So there we go. Let's go back to 30 megahertz and see if it's nice and solid. Yeah. So either 1 channel or 2 channel, it doesn't care. And yeah, there you go. I like it. Let's go ahead and put something interesting on it. Let's turn off channel 2. I don't need it. let's put in a sync pulse. That always freaks things out. And then let's go back. Oops. Let's go. How do you get out of here? There we go. Bolt time. And let's go. Oh, did you see it? There it was. Okay, we need to set trigger level. Trigger level. Oh, there we go. It does have trigger level. That's nice. Let's move it down to there. It's having a hard time with this one. They usually do. These little scopes usually have a hard time syncing on this thing. Let's do a hold on it. Yeah. Yeah, it's just going to have troubles. Let's slow it down a bit. That was 5 megahertz. Let's go to 1 megahertz sync. Ah, there you go. That's looking pretty good now. You see the triggers freaking out every once in a while, but that's pretty standard with these little things. We'll do a hold on it. Yeah, that looks really pretty, right? So it's doing the sync pulse shape really nice. So that's good. 100 megahertz. And then let's take a look at a triangle, see if it's linear. Ramp. Let's turn that on. Yeah, look at that ramp. Looks pretty nice. So I think that's all I'm going to show on this one. I think people are right. So I think a lot of people can comment below. I think a lot of people have these things. I've heard good things. So this is the ZOYI ZT-703S. Be linked down below to the ZOYI site. And yeah, I recommend this. It's a nice thing. I don't know how much they charge for them, but it seems like a nice meter.